It was Monday, August 21st, 1911. The Louvre Museum in Paris had just opened its doors. Visitors moved from one masterpiece to another, unaware that something extraordinary had happened. One of the museum guards walked past the wall where Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa usually hung, but the painting was gone. At first, he thought it had been taken for cleaning or restoration, but hours passed, and the painting didn't return. That's when panic set in. The Mona Lisa had disappeared. Museum staff scrambled. The Louvre went into lockdown. All exits were checked. The gallery was closed. Police arrived and began a full investigation. Rumors spread like wildfire. By evening, newspapers across Paris were shouting the same headline: Leonardo's masterpiece stolen. It wasn't just the art world that was shaken. The entire country felt the loss. France's most prized possession had vanished without a trace. Detectives examined the scene. There were no signs of forced entry, no alarms triggered. Only 4 metal pegs remained where the painting had once been hung. It was as if the Mona Lisa had simply walked away. Hundreds of people were questioned. Museum workers, visitors, even janitors, all under suspicion, but nothing made sense. It was quickly being called the perfect crime. Desperate for answers, police turned to the artists of Paris. The poet Guillaume Apollinaire was arrested and accused of the theft. His friend, none other than Pablo Picasso, was also brought in for questioning. The two were part of a bohemian circle with radical ideas and past ties to stolen art, but both denied involvement, and no evidence linked them to the crime. They were released. The real thief remained at large. While the media hunted for drama and police followed dead ends, the Mona Lisa remained hidden in total silence. She lay inside a wooden trunk, wrapped in a red cloth, sitting in a dusty apartment in Paris, just meters from where people searched for her. Days turned to weeks, then months, then years. The world had no idea she was so close, and yet so far. The thief's name was Vincenzo Peruggia, an Italian immigrant and house painter. He had once worked at the Louvre, helping to build protective glass cases. He wasn't rich, he wasn't famous, he wasn't even particularly clever, but he had a plan, and he believed in it. He saw himself not as a thief, but as a patriot. To him, the Mona Lisa was stolen by Napoleon and deserved to go back to Italy. On the morning of the theft, Perugia entered the museum wearing a white worker's smock. It made him blend in perfectly. He walked through the gallery unnoticed, lifted the Mona Lisa off the wall, removed its frame in a nearby stairwell, and hid the painting under his coat. Then, without a trace of urgency, he walked out the door. No alarms. No guard stopped him. In under 10 minutes, Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece had vanished. Unlike most thieves, Perugia didn't try to sell the painting. He kept it, protected it. He believed he had done the right thing, returning Italy's art to its rightful home. For nearly 2 years, he lived quietly, working odd jobs, while the most famous artwork in the world sat in a hidden corner of his apartment. To Perugia, he wasn't hiding stolen property. He was guarding a national treasure. Imagine living with a priceless painting under your bed. That's exactly what Perugia did. Day after day, he kept it concealed, waiting for the right opportunity to return it. But fear held him back. What if he got caught? What if people didn't see him as a hero? Still, he waited, quietly, patiently, as the world moved on. In late 1913, Perugia decided it was time. He wrote to an art dealer in Florence using a fake name. He claimed to have the Mona Lisa and said he wanted to return it to Italy. The dealer was skeptical but curious. They agreed to meet in a hotel. Perugia brought the painting with him, carefully wrapped and protected. When the dealer saw it, he knew it was real. The art dealer, stunned but suspicious, contacted the authorities. Experts were brought in to verify the painting. They confirmed what few could believe. It was the authentic Mona Lisa. Perugia was arrested on the spot, confused but calm. He still believed he had done nothing wrong. The news of Perugia's arrest stunned the world. A simple man, a painter, had fooled an entire nation. His trial became a media sensation. He claimed his motive was patriotic, not criminal. Surprisingly, the court showed him some sympathy. He was sentenced to just over a year in prison. He served only 7 months. The Mona Lisa was returned to Paris in triumph. Crowds lined up outside the Louvre to welcome her back. People wept. Newspapers declared her return a national miracle. She was no longer just a painting. She was a symbol of resilience, mystery, and fame. Before the theft, the Mona Lisa was admired by art lovers. After the theft, she was known around the world. Her image spread across magazines, postcards, newspapers. The mystery, the smile, the story, it all became legend. The theft had turned her into the most famous painting on Earth. More than a century later, some still ask, is the painting hanging in the Louvre today the same one that was stolen? Could there have been a switch? Perugia never said otherwise, and no proof has ever surfaced. Perhaps, like her smile, that question was never meant to be answered, and that's part of the Mona Lisa's eternal charm. She has no eyebrows. Some say they faded. Others say Leonardo never painted them. Maybe he saw beauty in absence. Maybe he didn't need them. It's a detail so small, yet so debated. We leave that space open in our build too, because sometimes what's not there says more than what is. It's done. The final brick placed, the story retold. You sit back and realize this isn't just a portrait. It's a portal to a mind, to a moment, to a mystery. Don't rush, just look. At the smile, at the silence in the spaces between bricks, at what isn't there. Da Vinci never gave us answers, only questions wrapped in beauty. And maybe that's exactly what we built.